should do this if you're attracted to a Fortnite skin. You should definitely reconsider your life choices, man. I'm serious, no rain this time.
Here we go again, looping round just one more time. Reseal the bridge because our life's on the line. So make it quick but don't make seven. Keep them all in and it costs mission. And that's why
we need another Mini BR.
I don't much like the tone of your voice.
Mini BRs, an old staple of this channel, the renaissance of this entire YouTube account. A time long before now, where I would just have fun making crappy little animations instead of slowly making myself go further and further into insanity, just so I can make a new video on whatever I think will do good, which turns out to not do good. So then I just jump back to New to Get Through. But yeah, today we'll be talking about the Mini BR community, because, well, my last video was about like 9 months ago, so we're about due for another one of these. You know, I need to milk this content somehow, and if I haven't done it in the last 9 months, at least one person's got to have been waiting for this video. So yeah, I've got a few points here already set, and I'll just be talking about like 5 different things. Some of them, like everyone will know, some of them will be pretty less well known, but overall this entire video should just go over 5 points about the Mini BR community and how it's actually changed from last time I spoke about it. Without any further ado, let's get right into the video. Now, you may be asking, what is the rejoining phenomenon? When are you going to quit YouTube? When are you going to delete your account? And now, I can answer one of these questions, the other two are to be determined. And that question being, what is the rejoining phenomenon? And now, this phenomenon has occurred several times in the last year with several different creators, such as Huntfella, Nova J, and to some extent Beef and all that. And now, this phenomenon is quitting just to come back. And yeah, as all them examples have quit YouTube just to come back not too long later. And I would have called this the Huntfella phenomenon, but I feel like I would get flamed in the comments, flamed on Discord, and flamed in real life. And now, personally, I prefer not to be a lump of charcoal. Like, I do enjoy using my hands, my legs and all that, so I'm not going to call it the Huntfella phenomenon, even though Huntfella is the prime example of this phenomenon, because, well, he's the one who's done it the most. Huntfella has done it so many times that you could make an entire video on just every time the Huntfella has left and rejoined the Mini BR community. Well, the creative community in general. The most recent example, however, that I know of is Nova J. No, before anything else, this phenomenon is not just, like, you've probably seen a video about how Huntfella joined and left and all that for like views and all that, because like it gave him clout or something, because everyone wanted him back. And now, I'm not saying this is happening with Nova J, not saying that's real. It could be real, could be fake. I don't know if that video is real, but I believe it could be real, so we work off that logic with Huntfella. With Nova J, we have no confirmation that Nova J was doing it for views, therefore I'm going to assume, like everyone else should, that Nova J just wanted to leave, but then decided, you know what, I feel like I just want to continue doing content, but like a different content, which is what he's doing. He's uploading way more like different game videos other than Fortnite, so yeah, it's probably that. But this entire phenomenon is what sparked an old video of mine called I Hate I'm Leaving videos, because, well, you'd see all the time, I'm leaving, 5 days later, I'm back. It's like, it's absolute mind-boggling that somebody can just leave and rejoin like that so much. The first time, it could just be fluke. Second time, getting fishy. After the third time she last strike, if you leave and come back 4 or more times, that is just for clout, and you cannot say to anyone otherwise. Just like pick a side at that point. And yeah, this entire phenomenon has like occurred in so many different YouTubers, like I said, that it is an actual phenomenon in the Mini BR community. Because like you don't see this level of leaving to come back in any other community. Like hell, even some big name ones that definitely were not doing it for clout have probably done it. Like I don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure Brandy Builds was originally like Brandy Snap or something, and like deleted YouTube, then came back because like he got convinced to or something. I don't know the full story, but I'm pretty sure it's something like that. And yeah, and that's an example of this phenomenon, but in a positive manner. Because like this phenomenon isn't all negative. Sometimes it can bring back a good creator, and yeah, that's an example of it. But yeah, that's basically the rejoin phenomenon. It's something that appears more and more now. Well, not now, but like this. Between when I made my last Mini BR exclusive video to now, it's happened a bunch. So yeah, that's why I'm talking about it in this video. And yeah, that's basically the entire point that I had on the rejoin phenomenon. So let's move on to the next point. So a while back I made a video called like the end of the Zeroverse or some shit, and basically that's what we're going to be talking about here, because the Zeroverse has ended. Like it's been over for a bit now. And yeah, I feel like it's something very important about the Mini BR community, because this was like a legion of some of the biggest content creators in the entire Mini BR community, and it collapsed within itself. Major members left, and it all collapsed until you don't even hear about it anymore. The only remnants I can find is their YouTube channel and their website. Their Discord channel vanished. Well, their Discord server vanished, and yeah, this is like this like legends of past, where you'd hear about like glorious empires with hierarchies as powerful as they could be, crumbling because of the hierarchy itself. And like because like Beef had left a bit back, he was still helping out though. He made the website and all that for it to, and he even mentioned like in the comments of my video of that how like it was doing better than ever 8 months ago. And now if you think about it, nobody speaks about it. Hell, I don't even think any of the members like talk about it, because it's something of past. It's gone. It's like an old mythical tale which nobody will think about much. And yeah, this is like one of the biggest things that have happened since that like my Zeroverse video to now, is they've completely gone, disappeared. And yeah, that's what I'm mentioning here. This is one of like the biggest changes ever in the Mini BR community, because like you'd see these groups forming all the time of like different content creators, but this is one of the biggest ones. It contained Beef, Hunterfella, Grady, all that. A massive group, 1,000 subscribers combined, and it just vanished. And yeah, that's basically all I had to say in this point. There isn't much to actually say about this, other than how shocking it is that a group such as this could just disappear. And honestly, it may need further discussion, but I haven't got any of the info or anything, so I can't do no conversation about it. So that's a video idea. If anyone has information about it and wants to do it, I don't know what the other members have decided about it. Don't know if they want to pretend it never happened. If they did, then just make sure nobody makes a video on it. this is the last time I'm going to talk about it. But yep, over to the next thing that I'm going to talk about.
Everybody here agrees that what you said was just dead wrong.
Now, this may be the touchiest subject that I'm talking about in this video, so therefore I'm just going to say it now. If you're going to get pissed off at me because I'm mentioning drama and all that, look at my name, look at my channel, question your life decisions, subscribe to me, watch all my videos, then come back here, alright? But anyways, yeah, I'm going to be talking about some of the touchiest stuff here, because like, infighting in the Mini BR community, it's very, very prominent. It's like, you can't go a week without somebody trying to cancel somebody else, getting drama with somebody else, and there's only one person in the entire Mini BR community, one person's community, and that's Threatening Pete. He's the only one who can not cause a drama, which would get his entire community involved. Hell, he doesn't even start dramas, he doesn't get involved in dramas, he doesn't do any of that. He's literally the laissez-faire of the community. He will not get involved at all. He just prefers to do his own thing, make his videos, and good on him. He's not getting involved in paid dramas, and that's just a good thing overall. But I can't say much else about anyone else in the community. Like, there's some which weren't getting involved in any dramas with other members of the community, such as like Brandy and all that, but he does get it, like he does make fun of people, or well, not make fun, but like have like a laugh at some people who get really pissed off at like creative for some reason. And I'd tell you, it won't be infighting in the Mini BR community, it won't be infighting in the crowd community, but it's infighting in the Fortnite community, and that's still technically infighting. That's like, it's not infighting within like the household, it's not infighting within the like family, it's infighting within the community. That's what you gotta think it as. But yeah, there's so much petty drama in the community though. It's like, I can't think of a week where you can go and not hear one person trying to cancel another person, or just get annoyed at somebody and like try and just get them out of the community. It's honestly just depressing, because like you see it and then you question, why are you even in that community? Because it just gives the community a bad name, makes it toxic. And that's what a couple of my videos were about, like the Mini BR community has gotten worse and all that, because well, all this constant infighting in this community, and like, yeah, people need to be more like Drake and Pete in that situation, just not get involved. Like, half the time it's like, oh, you stole one characteristic from my map, which was like very small, like it was a desert POI. I put a desert POI in the bottom right corner, you put a desert POI in the bottom right corner. Oh my god, you stole the idea from me. I am now going to cancel you off the planet, and I am also going to get your house raided, and I'm going to throw eggs into your mother's mouth. It's absolutely mind-boggling how petty some of them dramas are. And like, people just make so much out of nothing. It's like a goddamn magic show with these people. And yeah, it's something that like the community is getting better at, but it's still too much to say that the community's gotten good at this. But yeah, petty dramas and all that, that's what this entire point was about, and that's done. So let's move on to the next and second to last point. Clout chasers, the type of people who do anything for the views. We all know, like, anyone who's been like around NovaJ stuff for a little bit now, they'll definitely know about one big clout chaser, the NovaJ Exposed channel. They just want as many people to watch them, and like the whole big trolling thing, But like their newest video, I'm not going to speak about it because that's like a whole bunch of touchy subjects, and yeah, I'm already on the line, so I'm going to speak about instead what they've put in the description, which is at Drake Tim Pete, at Mustard Plays, at Hunterfella, 3 people completely irrelevant to the situation. Hunterfella, I don't really know because I watched the video like a week, well, not a week, whenever, like a few days ago, so I can't remember exactly. But I know for a fact that Drake Tim Pete and Mustard Plays were not involved in the situation, period. It's just 2 random people that they're using for views. And it's like, this is one of the more well-known examples, but like if you ever see somebody putting little to no effort in trying to get people to play their maps or whatever, that's what you'd call a clout chaser. Like people who want to make maps, want other people to make maps, which is a big issue in like Drake Tim Pete server especially. You can see a bunch of this issue. Like people all the time joining, asking for somebody to come help them build their map, and 9 times out of 10 it'll be the person who they've asked to come help make the map they won't get any credit, and that's how it ends. It's a whole cycle that repeats again and again and again. And yeah, the clout chasing in the Mini BR community, it's a big issue like many others. And it's something that's definitely skyrocketed more recently as the Mini BR community has become a bigger thing, because you have faces such as like Harvey Plays, Drake Tim Pete, Brandy Builds, Huntfella, like bigger channels all making content on it. Obviously you'll get more people seeing it and wanting to do it themselves because they want the clout from it. It's like a whole scenario which will just never end until the community dies down, and that's definitely not a good thing. But yeah, that's all I had to say about this. It's a smaller point, but it's definitely a relevant point to what has changed in the Mini BR community in the last few months of its existence. So we're ending this video off with Fortnite creative news. Well, Fortnite Mini BR, but it's also a bit of creative. No, you may be asking what that is, and it's a small subgenre, like absolutely tiny. Only one person even has considered trying it, and yeah, it's something that has popped up more recently, and it's something that I want to say here. And yeah, Fortnite, the person who does Fortnite creative news, kind of on their channel, is that skinny boy. And the reason I'm saying kind of is because they also do other type of content, but they have spoken about like different newsy type things, and they do sort of a news thing, not actual news, but like updates to situations, talking about new maps coming out and all that. And I want to use this final part of the video to give everyone a suggestion. Some people who like haven't got like big followings of their own, or they could have big followings of their own, but probably better with smaller followings, who are like they're impartial to either side of a situation, to make a new Fortnite creative news channel and like talk about new maps that are coming out in like smaller areas, such as small Mini BR maps, small like cool custom maps and all that, and like small creators who have made cool maps, and just like turn that channel into a news show where they'll talk about important things in the creative community. The reason I'm suggesting this is because like that skinny boy, he isn't most like helpful, because he doesn't talk about everything. He doesn't talk about like Brandy, Pete. He has his own area, and I'm talking about a more broad news channel with more people, so it'd be more of a thing. And I'm suggesting this idea to anyone who wants to do it. It's just a cool idea. it would probably get you quite a bit of subs and all that, so that's an incentive. But also, you'd be helping out the community that you enjoy quite a bit, because you're pushing up new creators who have content that they want to show. You'd be drawing in new people to the community, such as Mini BR and all that, because you'd be getting the eyes of more people, because you'd be doing news on other creative people, and overall you'd be able to bring in a lot of great communities, which they may have a bit of ups and downs. You'd be able to bring them together into one news channel, and everyone would be up to date on maps and all that. It's just a suggestion for the community, and I know it isn't like how the community has changed, but it's something that could help the community change in the future. And that's how I'm gonna end off this video. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. I know it was a longer one, so yeah, you may have not gone to the end, but if you have, leave a comment down below, tell me anything that you want to say, and yeah, join my Discord and link in the description, and I'll be off now. So with that all said, goodbye.